How's it going, everybody? Jerome here, back with a opinion video. Hey, I might as well try to make this my official comeback video, huh? And what other way to do it than talking about GGStrive. As we all know, the open beta has, well, open beta B, open beta 2 has finally concluded. And there is apparently a lot more hate for the game now than love. It's a very interesting thing. I, for one, still enjoyed my time, but I can understand where people's hate are coming from, in all honesty, because the beta changed a lot of stuff. Not from buffs and nerfs, but the battle system overall. The battle adjustments are what really broke a lot of people, to the point where they're canceling their pre-orders. It's absolutely insane. So I just wanted to make this video, giving my opinions out, and just talk about the beta overall. So as I said before, yeah, I really still enjoyed the game. Even with all these changes, I still enjoyed the game for what it was, and I still kept my pre-order. Now this beta is the Japanese beta that we saw online, where they were in the public and stuff like that. So all those changes is what we finally get to feel. And for the most part, regarding just buffs and nerfs for each character, I liked it. I like it. Potemkin is not that much of a threat as a Nagoriyuki main. Fighting against Melia is actually manageable now. And even Chip is a menace to fight, but I actually enjoyed my time fighting against them. If there, in all honesty, if there's anything that just disappointed me the most regarding the buffs and nerfs, would probably be Mei. Like, everybody complained that Potemkin's 5P was too powerful. Everybody complained that Soul was a little bit too powerful. Nagoriyuki players complained that the blood meter was too slow and we filled up so much, and they still kept that, but at least when you initiate his command grab, it drains almost instantly, so that's a fair win in my book. All these complaints for all these characters. Chip, yo, beef him up, man. He's beefy physically, but yo, his data, trash. Beef him up, and they did. One thing that was interesting, again, all these complaints, Mei was one of the ones that had the most complaints, because she was safe dolphin after dolphin after dolphin. Yeah, it turns out they buffed her in this beta, so I don't know if this is some favoritism or whatnot, but yeah, y'all need to change that. I did find a way around her, which is really cool, as Nagoriyuki. When she does the straight dolphin fly attack, I don't know what the hell it's called, whatever. I was actually able to punish her with 5k. Now, I don't know if everybody else can do that, but I was able to punish her with 5k. Thank God. So the Meis that I fought, even though they were really still crazy, flying all over the place, double jumping all over the place, I was still able to manage my ground against her, which is really, really cool. So that's really, in terms of nerfs and buffs, that's really like the biggest complaint I got for the characters. They didn't really fight too many Zato, so I can't really say much about him, sadly. But other than that, now let's get into the battle adjustments, where this is the main thing people legit canceled their pre-orders on. If you guys don't know, they showed the battle adjustments weeks, I believe, before the beta was going to go live. And when we first read it, which is here now, when we first read it, a lot of people were split. And it's really for these two bulletins right here. The first one, when the same move is used more than a set number of times in a combo, the opponent now falls more quickly. I witnessed this when I tried to do the B&B for Nago in the first beta, and it was, damn, like, it's so crazy how fast they just pop out. So what this actually did for me, at least, is made me find new routes for Nagoriyuki. It can be both like a positive thing and a negative. Like, I'm not complaining that all my my 75 guaranteed % damage is gone. I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining at it at all. It just forced me as a Nagaryuki player to find new routes, and I'm pretty sure that went for a lot of these other characters as well. So in my opinion, this first bulletin wasn't really crazy. If anything, I saw this very interesting when playing it, because what it basically did is big damage doesn't really happen that often anymore. Given the right opportunity, it will though, obviously. But doing it 24/7, it's not crazy. Like, if aside wall clings, the biggest damaging thing that I can do would probably be like 40 to 50%. Yes, that's still a lot, but that's a drastic decrease from 75%. You know what I mean? So, in this bulletin, it seems like it was kind of a way to adjust consistent battle damage. And I think that's really, really cool. So, for me, that's a positive. This bulletin definitely helped out a lot more characters than most. Even though, like, especially like Ram's little gimmick with her wall cling bullcrap, the wall cling with her blades are gone, right? But she's still a powerful ass character due to 3 things with that move, the projectile move. 1, it drags you on hit. No matter what, it pushes you away on hit. And if you're near that wall, you're fucked. 2, instead of wall clinging with those moves, they wall bounce. And some might say that's kind of a nerf still, but that's I think it equals out in my eyes, in honesty, because they're still in that state, they're just bouncing upwards. And 3, they explode. Those blades explode on the wall still. So she's still a very, very, very powerful ass character. These nerfs didn't mean anything to her, man. And even though this says, oh, use more than a set number of times, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean anything to some characters, most notably Ram. So I think Ram is going to get touched up just a little bit more, tweaked up. Same thing goes for like Nago especially. Definitely Soul, maybe Soul. But yeah, this whole thing helped some characters more than most, which is very, very odd. Now, the biggest thing would be the second bulletin. Aerial actions in general have been adjusted. Using aerial attacks, double jumps, and air dashes now causes recovery on landing. Jumps and air dashes now cover less distance. Characters now enter an airborne state later after a jump begins. So, aside from those 2 last sentences, the first one, or the second one, whatever, is what really split a lot of people's opinions when they first saw this. One, the first thing that they thought of was Street Fighter V, because when you jump in Street Fighter V against an opponent, like towards an opponent, what can they do is grab. And that is what we got in this game. The amount of people, the amount of times that I was able to just chuck somebody because they landed was insane. To the point, yes, even I got affected, but it's insane to think that when they are, you know, about to land, they haven't landed yet. They look like they're airborne, but yet they're still getting grabbed on the ground. It's insane. And in all honesty, this was probably like the biggest thing a lot of people had an issue with. But luckily, there was people who were smart, where they pointed out that this is basically a returning feature back from Exert, or maybe Rev, whatever. It's part of that, because that game, those games had this thing. So I guess people just don't like that it's back, but it is insane how easy it is to punish an airborne opponent. And not to mention that we also got forward P, 6P as a anti-air now. It's kind of insane that they did this. But yeah, these 2 things, the first bulletin and that second sentence on the second bulletin, was what made a lot of people like cancel their pre-orders. And I can't like change their minds. Like, if y'all didn't have fun, y'all didn't have fun, you know what I mean? But I'm actually gonna be on a positive and say that, wow, did I squeak? I don't even know. I'm gonna be on the positives and say that things might change. They have shown that they are willing to make a lot of adjustments before the launch of the game. Hell, they even held the game back 2 whole months. I'm positive that things will change. We just gotta wait and see. And I guess that really about covers it. My look into the game is still on a positive note, in all honesty. Yes, there are some negatives, but that just goes to characters' moves and just characters overall. Some characters, not all. Like I said, the buffs and the nerfs are a great change. Some characters can get a little tweaked a little bit more than most, and I think Nago is definitely one of them. Buff him or nerf him, but I think he needs to get touched. He's a bit too powerful, but yeah, I'm a Nago main. I'm saying this too, but I think he needs a little bit more tweaking. Same thing goes for Ino. And I don't know about Anji. I think Anji is actually very powerful as it is. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing how a lot of other people actually think of this game. Again, I wasn't aware that this game has now a negative press around it by the player base. It's like a 60, 40, 70, 30 split. And the biggest one being in the negatives. It's a very interesting position for Strive. And again, I think they will be willing to make some adjustments before launch, in all honesty. That means just, ayo, bring out another beta. Technically they are gonna do that, right? Because they have the whole pre-order bullshit, where you pre-order the game, you can play early as hell. Yeah. But anyways, tell me what you guys think down below. I'm very interested in seeing what a lot of people thought of this whole situation, considering that just on Twitter, the people that I'm seeing, it is a super negative state. It's really weird. But with that said, I'll be back with more Strive stuff if the time allows. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.